Fact. After 10 years of Stephen Harper, we're in another recession.
Justin Trudeau. He's just not ready.
Tom Mulcair's ready. Been in cabinet, right priorities.
Yeah, he's up for the job.
No spin.
Making promises and trading jabs with a long election campaign now past the halfway point. Political parties are ramping up their advertising wars, hoping to score points with voters for October 19th. Joining us now is marketing expert Tony Chapman with a look at some of the latest tactics. And really, at this point in the campaign, we're going to start to see, kind of a lot more of it. It's almost going after character, going after names. We're hearing a lot of that.
It really is. I mean, it's like almost watching paint dry. Everybody's following the same tactic. Every whistle stop, handing out presents. Senior homes, oh, I've got a present for you. Oh, middle class, I've got a present for you. And then every time you turn on television, character assassination, trying to knock each one of them off their pedestal.
We've got an ad this morning, a Tory ad that is just out.
Just out. You're actually breaking it for the first time.
So this is the Tories going after essentially Justin Trudeau, but attacking on the level of small business in terms of the issue. So let's take a look.
Justin says a large percentage of small businesses are just trying to dodge paying taxes. So what do actual small business owners think of Justin's attack on them?
Couldn't believe that he could come out with a comment like that when I'd say it's flat out not true.
Small business people really typically have been
not Justin Trudeau, Justin, in a kind of a funny looking little font there. But what do you think?
Well, it just shows you how deep the conservative pockets are, is that any time Mulcair or Trudeau cough up a hairball, they can put an ad and a media buy behind it. This one here, they're going after small business. It starts off really strong, real people talking about it. When you get to the end of the ad, the one mistake I think is the last person says, he's just not ready. And it's kind of going, oh, he's scripted. Authenticity is the oxygen of advertising. You've got to believe it to buy it. And that's the one miss on this. But they're going hard at this whole small business because they're saying, you know what? Most small business people are the souls, are the lifeblood of our economy.
And no mention of NDP.
No mention of NDP.
Let's take a look, speaking of the NDP, at their ad, the latest one anyway, that's on the air. And it's about Harper and his friends using him singing. We'll take a look. So, they use his soundtrack from that time that he sang that song, and they're going after getting by with a little help from my friends, and they're going out. So you see Pamela Wallen and Mike Duffy and, all of those characters. Is that effective?
Well, the sad thing about politics nowadays is that most voters believe corruption and, is attached to everybody. And so it's a bad smell that hangs around the whole political system. I don't think this is resonating with voters because it's just going, yes, him and everybody, they're all corrupt. How many times have you been at a dinner party, somebody yells out, oh, politicians are all corrupt. So this is a company that you keep, but I don't think it's going to attach itself.
And again, so the NDP is going after Harper, not Trudeau, in this particular ad. Let's take a look at the latest Liberal ad that's been running, and it literally goes after the NDP in terms of, do the numbers add up? Let's take a look.
It's time to fact-check the NDP's promises. Abolish the Senate? Well, you can't do that without the provinces, and the provinces already say no. What about the so-called national minimum wage? Well, 99% of people making minimum wage wouldn't get a raise under Tom Mulcair's plan. Mulcair's daycare promise requires billions from the provinces and wouldn't create any spots for any kids for 8 years.
So just issue by issue, pulling it apart.
Yeah, and again, television's a very powerful medium because it's emotional. And what they're doing here, and this is the irony of this, is Trudeau's handing out as many promises. They all are. Trudeau's saying, I'm willing to take on a deficit. I'm willing to write a borrowed money to pay for my promises. And he's going after Mulcair, saying there's no possible way you can execute what you're saying without the support of the provinces or afford them by saying that you're going to do all of that and deliver a balanced budget. So again, credibility is the case. They want to take the credibility across the board, knock all of them off the pedestal. And it's an interesting thing that's going to happen. The balance of the election is, are people going to suddenly say, wow, is anybody capable of manning the rudder and driving our economy forward after this election?
Wow. Tony, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
There's still quite a bit of election campaign left. I know you'll be back.
Oh, my God, yes.